Stop for a moment and think about the last time you felt engulfed by darkness with no clear way out. In my research of Jung's work, I have found that his insights into the human psyche offer a deeply compelling map for finding hope precisely when things feel most hopeless. Jung understood suffering not just as pain to endure, but as a profound opportunity for transformation and inner growth. Drawing from decades of clinical observation and his vast exploration of myths and symbols, I want to share how Jung's perspective reveals hope as an active force emerging from the unconscious, even in our darkest hours. We live in a time saturated by uncertainty, where despair often feels like a constant companion. That feeling of being lost without hope is something Jung confronted firsthand with many patients who faced existential crises. Jung recognized that beneath the turmoil of conscious despair, there often stirs a hidden psychological current carrying the potential for renewal. This is crucial to understand now because many people feel stuck in patterns of helplessness, which Jung called the descent into the shadow. Those rejected parts of ourselves that must be acknowledged to truly move forward. From my deep study of Jung's case histories, it is clear he saw hope not as naive optimism, but as an inner process where one patiently dialogues with the dark aspects of the soul. Put yourself in this situation I am about to describe. Imagine a patient paralyzed by hopelessness, only to uncover through dream analysis the symbol of a light appearing in a dense forest. Jung interpreted such symbols as direct communications from the collective unconscious, guiding individuals toward healing. This symbolic glimpse of light represents the archetype of the self, a unifying center beyond fragmentation that gives a sense of wholeness and possibility. Jung's discovery was that hope emerges as a seed planted by the unconscious, promising new life and meaning through the journey of individuation, the courageous path toward integrating all aspects of the self. Reflecting on Jung's writings on the Red Book, his personal heroic confrontation with despair reveals that he believed embracing the tension between light and shadow fosters resilience. The unconscious, according to Jung, is not merely chaos, but a wise source of inner resources that can guide us toward regeneration. This runs counter to popular ideas that hope is a superficial feeling to chase away pain. Instead, Jung taught that hope is a dynamic engagement with the mystery of life's depths, which requires embracing uncertainty with a receptive attitude. I have seen how Jung's practices, such as active imagination, allow people today to dialogue with their fears and sorrows directly rather than suppress them. This creates a fertile psychological soil where hope can organically grow by making the unconscious contents conscious and understandable. Jung also emphasized the power of myth and symbol to connect with hope beyond the individual self, integrating personal suffering into a larger story. Take the figure of the phoenix rising from ashes that Jung often referenced. Like this myth, we find the promise of renewal embedded in life's cyclical nature. To find hope in difficult times, Jung recommends practical steps rooted in his analytical psychology. First, cultivate awareness of your shadow by observing and naming painful emotions without judgment. Second, engage in active imagination. This means creating a dialogue with your inner images, dreams, or feelings, letting unconscious material reveal deeper truths. Third, seek symbols that emerge spontaneously to serve as guiding lights. These can be visual, mythological, or experiential signposts pointing toward renewal. Fourth, develop a relationship with the archetype of the self through meditation or contemplative practice aimed at connecting the fragments of the soul into a sense of meaning. Finally, lean on that communal dimension of Jung's insights by sharing experiences with supportive others who understand that suffering can be transformed, not just endured. I want to encourage you to embrace these methods because Jung was profoundly optimistic about the human potential for growth through adversity. He believed that despair is often the birthplace of hope when met with courage and honest self-reflection. What he offered was not a quick fix, but a lifelong journey toward wholeness that can change how you experience your struggles. To sum up Jung's wisdom about hope in hard times, hope is not an illusion, but a living, emerging reality born from the depth of the unconscious when we consciously engage with our shadows and symbols. It is a potent, transformative process that reconnects us with our true self and the larger cycle of renewal in life. Applying this can shift your relationship to suffering from feeling stuck and alone to seeing it as a doorway to personal and spiritual growth. If this resonates with you, the next question you absolutely do not want to miss exploring tomorrow is, how do I prepare for the next phase of my psychological development? Because Jung's insights on preparation and readiness will provide essential guidance for continuing this journey of transformation with clarity and purpose. Please like this video if you found value in Jung's approach to hope, and share in the comments about your own experience with finding light in the darkness. For those committed to deepening their understanding of Jungian psychology, I invite you to subscribe, because together we will continue unfolding these timeless discoveries that nourish our souls. Stay tuned, because tomorrow's exploration will build directly on today's insights by revealing how to consciously prepare your psyche for growth amid life's unfolding challenges. Your next step in the Jungian journey awaits, and I promise it will open new doors of awareness and empowerment.